The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 20. Three-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 57. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs. Jim.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. March by 4. Check back.
Looking to throw on second down. Prescott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
Let's get up.
They run it with Ballage. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down.
Say. Hey, kill. 47. 47's the mic. Watch 57. I'm coming. Get him all. West. 6. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Looking to throw. Prescott. It's complete to Grant. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And a loose football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. A Fort Lauderdale native back near home, Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hey, no, side. Mike 96. Yeah, I'm going to lose one. Check. Check out.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Side. 58, Mike. Rip left.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. His kick is absolutely perfect. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Caught by Wilson. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Here we go. 57 to Mike. Hey, kill. 26.
Balaj. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go. 4-8. Here we go. Two times. Hey, 4 down. 26.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. Caught. It's Wilson. And down he'll go at the 25.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Albert Wilson. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 57. Get your swarm on.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll run here with Balazs. And some room to run now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That's another Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Jets 3, Dolphins 0.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now Balazs. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
35-yard line.
Here we go. 57 to Mike. I got him. Done. Here we go. 46. 57, 26.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 14.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Reader. What a play by him. That's a loss of 17.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Another try after the first down sack. Darnold into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
57 to Mike. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, 81 yards. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 29-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Darnold from the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
At the 22-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
All day, every day. We're going to 53.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Sanders' kick is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On first down, it's Darnold. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. To throw is Darnold. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down. Darnold now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Cordray Tankersley on the stop defensively.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. They'll go again with Bell. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
3rd and 2, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Balaj. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That 2nd down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves them with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here we go. 47 the mic. I got you. I got you. 47. 47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, D. Big series.
Prescott on 1st down. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 188. Mike 57. They're going to need some therapy after this.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. On the right side, open is Gesicki. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball. You go tight. Ready? You got it.
Again, it's Bell. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Darnold now to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? Back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you can tend to play the field position game.
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 57. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Quinnen Williams. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And it's caught by Parker. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 22-yard line.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
On second and 11 now. Prescott looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be third down.
Brings up third and 9.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is third and 9.
57's the mic. Set the tone, defense. Rush him. Let's go. Minus 57.
Prescott from the gun. And this is caught. It's Parker. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
It's now third and 10.
The Dolphins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. The kick by Sanders is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
On third down, here's Bell. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. Now it's Darnold. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Six is coming. We got Mike 96. Hey, check.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Gets it to Meredith, complete.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 time. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jordan Willis in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Go, get out there. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Get ready. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Here we go.
Now Prescott. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here.
Three down. They're going to 88. They're going to 88. Switch it, hey.
Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Here's Matt Hawk now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
First down, Jets.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. 1 score down. Here we go. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they take a knee. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've